Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Guess who's back? Bitches.
Welcome to episode 63 of The Archives of Eternity. It has been a while since we have had an episode, but we are excited to be back. So welcome back, ladies and gents, and why don't we jump right into introductions. CL3R1C and Caladra Baratheon, played by Unspoken, Cookie, and Fail Sam respectively, will not be able to join us today. They are doing their own stuff, unfortunately. As always, Advin Kari and Venti Hornfeather will be joining us later, as he is doing his stuff. But he will be joining us later, so that we can have fun with him. But playing Bert Greystoff and Connie Romave, we have the glorious god of balance, Azul.
Hey, how you doing? What's up?
As Eldin Vordoon, we have Lemmy Lemonhead, the Lime Green Lemon Man.
Tis I. I'm back, and I'm not drunk.
He is not. I know this for a fact.
I'm not. I may or may not. Oh, by the way, Dr. Zul, what do you want me to do with these kidneys that you told me to put in the freezer?
As Aya Alden, we have the brilliant Professor Zool.
I like to keep kidneys in jars.
Again, what do you want me to put these things
In a jar.
in? I got a jar of kidneys. I got a jar of kidneys. I guess what's inside is...
As Leopold Marcus Arcadian, we have the powerful Ivan Aeidros.
They shall quash all injustice.
There.
The third one's not out yet.
Fair enough.
Hold
By the way, am I coming across with you? I'm pretty far from my mic.
on. I have a new
Fine,
player
you're good.
screen.
You sound fine to me.
Okay.
My setup's relatively low tech, so
Oh yeah, I made a new player screen. I forgot. What?
I'm just turning you up. So that I can hear you better.
How do I sound?
Fine.
very close.
Shoot. There it is. Alright, we do have a new image.
I don't think I showed this to everyone. Did I show this to everybody?
No, you might not have. But we do have a new player screen, everybody. Take a look at the beautiful player screen that has both Advin Kari and Venti Hornfeather on it.
Which was a bitch and a half, let me tell you.
I bet. So it is a beautiful, another beautiful player screen made by our lovely lime green lemon man himself.
If the letters are too small and you can't read it, I couldn't fit them all in the same space, sue me.
It's fine. So yeah. Why don't we jump on into announcements? If you guys have not already, why don't you go ahead and check out episode 62, A Shadow Over Leodos, the first episode of our new story arc leading from the lament into the current happenings of the city of Leodos. where they once again meet up with Venti Hornfeather.
And one of my better thumbnails, which I'm all caught up, by the way.
Yes, we are all caught up on thumbnails thanks to Lemmy. Lemmy is amazing on the thumbnails. He does an absolutely stellar job.
For free, I might add. Call me if you want graphic design, please. I need money.
Also, guys, we have a Patreon set up. And once this episode is done, it will be going up onto the Patreon for our Patreon subscribers so that they can view it a whole week earlier than everyone else. So hop on that train and, say hello.
No substitutions, exchanges.
Subscribe to us on YouTube and subscribe to us on Patreon. Maybe throw us a donation.
Yeah. Subscribe to us on YouTube as well, guys.
It'll help fund the merch train that we'll roll out.
And we are at 38 subscribers, guys. We are so close to putting out that beautiful poll to see what designs you guys want for our little first bit of merchandise. So go ahead and
please
and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that once we reach 50 subscribers, we can put out t-shirts.
Please,
I'm excited. So yeah, please subscribe, comment, like, do what you do. And yeah. Also, as always, we want to give a huge shout out to Alexander Nakarada, vindsvept, Tabletop Audio, and Breaking Copyright Royalty-Free Music, along with several other artists that we have in the description, for being artists and compiling artists who put their stuff into Creative Commons so that broke boys such as us don't have to sell the kidneys to Professor Zool so that he can pay for our musical rights for some stuff.
We didn't need to sell the kidney.
We didn't need to sell the kidneys.
Told you, Zool.
Damn it! What am I supposed to do this with my chip?
Logan, don't go to the doctor for a while, okay?
It'll grow back. It'll grow back.
Don't check. Just
not holy.
Don't worry. Kidneys grow back. No, they don't. They don't grow back.
Leaves grow back.
No, they don't.
Also, guys, I know Sam's not here, but if she were here, I would say it anyways. Please go check out Fail Sam. She is currently streaming right now, so don't leave and come back. But say hi to her, subscribe to her. She's an amazing person, a wonderful friend to have, and just all around good to hang out with. So go check her out, subscribe to her, say hi. She's currently doing the partner push for YouTube, and she needs to get it done by the end of this year. Otherwise it resets, and it's not fun.
Again, don't leave the stream in order to watch it, but do
go subscribe to her. She's awesome. And go follow her and hop on into her Discord where you can yell at me.
I'm not there, so I am immune to your criticism.
All right. Also, guys, we do have other social medias set up, such as our Goofy Deadbird and my personal Instagram. Mind you, I am going to be making official Instagram and TikTok for the Legends of Aeidros, or I'm going to call it the Archives of Eternity. But be sure to go check it out, and yeah, I am excited to have you all join us on a journey of big old goofy social media
sites. Old biddies.
Yeah, that. But with that, I think that brings us to the end of the announcements. So after a month, why don't we go ahead and dive into the 63rd episode of the Archives of Eternity.
Yay! Yeah!
Yeah.
Eidman's bedroom. The tall, covered bed. The bloodstains and bullet holes. The 5 individuals investigating the room. But that's not where we start back. Back in the waiting room of Eidman's abode, we see Aya Alden, Caladra Baratheon, CL3R1C, and Leopold Marcus Arcadian, sitting with the King of Ebnon and Aeidros Kenson.
Yeah, that's right.
Aya, you've come face to face with and Advinkari, sorry. He's there too. Yeah. Yep. My bad. My BG. But Aya, you've been faced with this old friend of the Nightmen's coming out of nowhere, and it seems like everyone trusts him. What do you do as you're left alone in this room with Aeidros, Advin, Caladra, and Leopold? And Ebnon.
Aya decides to sit down in front of Aeidros Kenson, who, in all accounts, is a man of honor. Aeidros, I don't trust this Venti Hornfeather. He seems... There's something off about this situation. Why wasn't he the first one to be disappeared?
It is a good question. I am also quite curious about this, Ebnon. Why was Venti not the first one to disappear? Why instead your siblings?
Well, you see, Venti actually saved me when the Obsidian Council were on their way to kidnap me, I guess is the best way to put it. Key figures all around Ebnon have been... Ebnon and, honestly, the Ikber collaboration front in general have been going missing. It's been... difficult. But Venti has been trying his best to, well, keep me safe through all of this. And honestly, I probably wouldn't be alive if he hadn't been the one to rescue me.
Yes, that sounds very noble and very convenient.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm speaking as someone who is... I'm no expert on groups such as this, but typically, if you're going to betray someone, you don't leave them alone until the point that they can most effectively hinder your plans. It just seems incredibly convenient that this man who was betrayed by this organization he created to protect, in quotation marks, your kingdom by taking almost all the power.
I admit I was a fool.
Well, I feel that you might still be getting yanked around by the chain by him, in the way that a group that suddenly appears and starts ruling is nowhere near as effective as a group who saved the kingdom. So why not manufacture a kingdom needing to be saved? I don't trust him.
Then keep an eye on him, Aya.
Believe me, I intend
Aeidros leans forward and sets an item on the coffee table in front of you, Aya.
This is a transceiver. Magical, mind you. But it will send all audio back to this magical crystal.
And he sets a secondary item on the coffee table. The item he set on the table looks like a pen. Just looks like a simple pen. Nothing too weird. Just a simple fountain pen.
You can most likely try and plant this on him. If he proves himself untrustworthy, we will investigate. But if he proves to be upstanding and noble, we will leave it at that. Although,
Aeidros looks over at the King of Ebonwood.
I will say I have my own misgivings about Sir Hornfeather. But we will leave it at that for now.
Oh, I do apologize, Your Majesty. I have yet to introduce myself. My name is Aya Alden. I am an Inquisitor of the, homeland.
Luxenard.
My homeland is Luxenard.
An Inquisitor.
Yes, Your Majesty.
This is most unusual.
I'm not here officially, Your Majesty. I came with Advent Kari.
I see.
He is my student at the moment.
Your student.
Yes, Your Majesty.
He looks over at Advent, who's kind of reading through a book.
Intriguing.
Well, I am King Eric Ebonwood.
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Your Majesty.
You as well.
Inquisitor.
Also, I heard that the Blue was murdered, but I have gotten no further information on this.
Sorry, what was that?
I've heard that Irida the Blue was murdered.
Yes.
On the same day that Akar the Red was killed.
It was
The exact same day.
the exact same day. It was most troubling.
Akar the Red's murder was pinned on his student, Sebastian something.
Bastion.
He's been missing since. But it seems that scrolls that held an experimental magic that possibly
could make the user go mad disappeared with him.
Oh no. He is actually the reason I'm on this continent.
I see. So that's
I
why
thank
an
you for the
Inquisitor-
information, Your Majesty. But could you
Absolutely.
tell me who you think who had access to Irida the Blue? Were there any dignitaries that visited that time?
Yes, a dignitary who was of Luxanon, actually, who was found to be in collusion with Daenerys Corbain.
Daenerys Corbain.
Yes.
Can you tell me the name of this dignitary?
I do not remember his name, unfortunately. He is dead.
Ah. Were there any other dignitaries or...
Councilwoman Undarin was...
Councilwoman Undarin?
Yes, she's a fairly high-ranking member of the court in Luxanon. I'm not... Yes.
Is Aya Alden aware of this particular individual?
Yes. So Undarin is... She's an intriguing member of the council. She is part of the main council of Luxanon.
So she's high-ranking.
Yes. She is very high-ranking. She handles foreign affairs mostly, but it is hard to really place her alliance as far as the parties within the different parts of the collaboration of Luxanon are concerned.
Of the political structure of Luxanon.
Yes.
So I know her to be a bit of a snake.
A bit, yes.
Wasn't that a lady that I pointed the finger at?
Yes.
So, it was you. I have been here the whole time. Never mind.
Exactly.
DM, would it be odd for her to be in the collaboration front?
No. She had sent a couple of dignitaries ahead of her to kind of help
Test the waters.
Yeah, test the
Herald
waters
her.
and help the relations between the collaboration front and Luxanon, because the collaboration front has rumored weaponry that could possibly even rival the small island nation of Dravine in the Scaled Throne. So it's not unusual that Undarin would be here.
Huh.
The king slowly rolls up the sleeve of his left arm and shows you an acid burn. This scar goes up from my forearm and to the mid of my back.
Goodness gracious. My apologies.
Corbain
For your
was
suffering.
here himself. There is a reason we are going to war with the with the Elbran Imperium.
I see. I apologize to bring up such troubling times. But could you tell me how Irida the Blue died?
Her soul was taken. We don't know how exactly.
Her soul was taken.
Yes.
Were you able to incinerate the corpse?
Unfortunately, no. As far as
no.
I was alerted, she was in the Isle of Desh for a bit. Her corpse was, at least. The Nightmen had encountered her,
But
only reason she'd be there is if she was searching for her soul.
Exactly.
Her body will not cease until it finds it.
Exactly. Around this time, the investigatory squadron of Burke, Connie, Eldon, and Venti all arrive back into the antechamber. Ah. So what did you find?
Well, he didn't go without a fight, that's for sure.
But
There
he's for sure gone.
He is definitely gone, but not dead.
Any trace of where he might have gone?
Was there any trace?
Well, there was the shadow.
There
was the bit of shadow magic, and that was like it.
The most we know is residue of shadowmancy of some kind. Maybe some sort of teleportation or something?
Most likely the person that attacked him was the one that transported him out of there. Shadowmancy is an odd sort of magic, hard to track, hard to pin.
Do we know of anyone who has access to this shadow magic?
Would I,
Well, I mean...
Would I know that?
There's one. A subordinate of Con Incubos, I believe,
And
was
Con
a
Incubo himself.
practicer of it. And I don't remember, did Con have access to that?
Khan did not have access
I
to
didn't think
shadowmancy
so,
himself.
But I'm fairly certain many of his subordinates actually had access to shadowmancy.
This is most troubling.
Are you telling me that your friend, Con Incubo, may be responsible for the abduction?
Either that or somebody under him.
I mean, yeah, at least those around him. I mean, he's always been sort of...
He's always been sort of gray.
Leandros leans forward. You're telling me he has subordinates that use the forbidden arts of shadowmancy?
It's only forbidden when they get caught. I'd know
Why?
that firsthand.
Why is it forbidden?
It's forbidden regardless, but...
Many thousands of years ago, the only reason I know of its banning is because of records from the first pope. Leopold, you feel a small shifting from the harness glove thing around your left hand that seems to be the leather conduit for the strange magic that's been apparating around you. He made mention of a nation beyond the Northern Sea that had this strange ability to move through the shadows themselves. No matter where you hid, no matter where you went, they could appear from the shadows and end your life. They could move across continents in seconds if they had someone whose shadow they were familiar with. It was considered a forbidden art because it was used in such bloody and unnecessarily violent ways.
Well,
Would any of this
getting away with murder is pretty useful or that a skill would be pretty useful in getting away with murder.
Indeed.
DM, would this ring any bells with me?
You have
So, you only ever encountered shadowmancy around the subordinates of Khan?
So, no.
No, not really. You've heard of nations to the north, but you can't quite remember which family had connections to these nations. You'd probably have to think about it a little bit more.
Creatures that can move across continents. Are we talking creatures or a race of people?
You've heard of Rune Marked, yes?
Yes, well, I should know it because I am rune marked. And he shows a little piece of the rune in his hand.
I see. It often shows up in a similar manner to the Rune Marked. A creature blesses either a bloodline or a single individual with their power. But rather than a blessing, it's more of a curse.
Connie's kind of like jotting things down on his watch as he's brought up a screen and is furiously typing.
You see, shadowmancy literally comes from the shadows. There is a realm that magical, arcanists theorize is within shadow. A realm that is beyond the phantasmal. Something darker, almost a reverse of what we would know.
Certainly sounds a little familiar, but I don't think it is what I think it is.
Shadowmancers are people who have accidentally fallen into this domain and been touched by it in an unusual manner. They are quite powerful, arcane beings, but they can come in all shapes and sizes. It's difficult to know where or who they are. There are some that can make it to where, depending on how the light is, they can create shadow beings from their own shadow. There are some who can use the shadows to literally move in an increased speed. There are some who use the shadows as almost like bindings. It's an intriguing magic, to say the least, but very dangerous.
Often things are forbidden because they're not understood. I kind of say absent-mindedly as I'm still typing on my watch.
I will say, with this information, looking knowingly at Aeidros, we should be incredibly careful on who we consider as allies.
Absolutely.
Especially if we're dealing with people who just pop in out of nowhere. Makes it all the more dangerous.
Indeed.
Be careful, Nightmen.
As I will pull out a pouch of pens and start handing them to the crew.
What's this?
These will make it to where I can scry upon you very easily, so I can find you should anything happen.
Useful. I'm gonna tuck it into my back pocket. And Connie will do the same.
As you hand out the pens, make a sleight of hand check to hand the specific pen over to Venti.
Do I have to make it?
I'll say you can make it with advantage.
Okay.
So do these look like actual pens? Or
They are actual pens.
Grim, you see Grim opens up his coat, puts it in a coat pocket, and closes it up.
I won't make it a very high DC because you are doing this.
That's a 23.
Oh God, yeah.
Did I say Grim, by the way? Absent.
Yes.
Yes.
It's fine.
That's fine. It'll take some getting used to. You're Elden Vordoon now.
Yes.
It's different.
Elden Vordude, bro.
Elden Vordoon, bro.
I can imagine Eldon with a surfboard that says, I'm not grumpy, I'm gnarly, dude.
I'm not grumpy, I'm gnarly, dude.
Yeah!
I'm not grumpy, I'm cantankerous and gnarly as fuck.
Riding the waves off the scale throne, bro!
Riding the waves off the cream of the coast, brah.
Bro.
I'm not calling it the cream of the coast. That is the dumbest name I've ever heard in my life. And I made it up.
But regardless, you guys having these on you will make it to where it is much easier for me to find you, should I have to.
Mm-hmm. Make it so we don't get split up.
Eric Evenon takes a pen as well as Leandros. All right.
Wait, was there one more person?
I don't think so.
Where is... Oh, your son?
So this is safe.
Well, here's a pen for him as well.
Burke, you notice that Eldon looks at you with like a watch this look as he opens his jacket pocket and speaks into the pen. Check 1 2. Breaker 19.
Well, why are you speaking at the pen?
Oh, I thought you could hear me through it.
No, it's just a pen.
Ooh, what did you say, Leopold?
Just a pen.
So breaker 19.
You're just a pen.
Eldon, it's just a pen.
Boring. He zips up his coat. Zips up a coat that doesn't have a zipper on it.
He's like, I don't have a zipper.
Not gonna question it, just moving on.
He zips it up, and as it zips back up, it just opens up again.
Connie kind of also puts down the pen as if he were about to mimic what Eldon was doing, but just kind of puts it back.
Just kind of puts it underneath his armor.
You gotta get pockets, man.
I mean, I have plenty of pockets. And, I mean, he wears cargo pants, basically. So, he has plenty of pockets.
So he can just put it in his cargo pants.
Remind me next time we're on a break to get you a coat. Coats are fashionable and good for carrying shit.
I mean, my pockets and backpack kind of suffice.
Yeah, we're gonna get you a coat. Anyway.
We're getting a coat. Okay.
Leandros stands up. He's still in his Pope garb. He's very much like... He's in full Pope gear right now. Right now, specifically.
Poped out the wazoo, almost as dripped as G-Daddy himself.
And he looks at Leopold. Leopold, if you would mind following me to my carriage.
Not
I
at all.
will be taking my leave for now. I will see you all later.
Aya respectfully bows.
And Leandros begins walking out with Leopold close behind.
Adios, holy pussy, and walks out the door.
Just as disrespectful as ever.
But if I wasn't disrespectful, it wouldn't be me.
And
He just kind of sighs and walks away.
And before he walks away, Burke will kind of just give him a nod and be like, "See you, Aeidros," and then
I will see you later, Burke. I'm happy the things in Burstead went as well as they did.
kind of glances downwards as if in thought and looks up.
I hope things in the Elniran Empire went even better.
Yeah, I found a lot of what I was looking for.
That's good.
So,
Come by and I'll have Cetis help you speak with your brother.
that would be much appreciated.
And Leandros...
Or goodbye.
Indeed. Leandros begins walking.
And Burke walks the other way.
Alright. Leopold. As you were led to Leandros' carriage, he stops. The two Pegasi that are attached to the front of his carriage, looking very restless. Leopold. Leandros turns around, his Pope gear giving way to his bright, whitish, silverish gold armor. As you see the whip on his waist, the blade strapped firmly to his back, and along with the shield. Leopold, you still have the harness, yes?
Yes.
I understand through my investigations. You will most likely be stuck with that for a very long time. I hope
I have come to the same conclusion, and
if you need
but hopefully
anything, the United Theocracy of Dernthen is here for you if you need anything.
I do have one thing.
Yes.
Throughout my recent travels, I have aided in the freeing of several small towns and cities.
I have heard of your great tales of heroism further down in Ibnon, yes?
Many of these people will require aid, trade.
I mean, over the past year, we have been trying to assist them as best we can. Many of our caravans have been intercepted and such, but we have been getting better protection on those caravans.
Well, now you'll have a lot less interference to deal with.
Indeed.
I have also given many of the rebel leaders that I have helped information on contacting the Grinder Alliance.
You wish for them to contact the Grinder?
I wish for all of us to get involved.
A most bold move of you.
If the Grinder knows there's a larger pool than they knew they had to be drawing soldiery from, imagine how many of those people already good in a fight would do under proper military training.
Indeed. I will solicit any further contact with the Grinder Alliance as best I can. Between the cities you've helped in Ebon and the Grinder themselves. They are currently in a struggle in the Elbrin deserts. But hopefully things will go better soon.
Oh, sorry, that was just my watch powering up. As Connie skitters out of the room.
They're in a carriage.
I know.
Well, they're
that was
going
that sound.
towards the carriage. Oh my god.
You-
I need to mute my phone.
Oh, sorry, my watch is acting up again. This
No,
is crazy.
No, this time it's my watch. I got a Twitter DM.
Ew.
What's Twitter?
No, stay away from there. You don't want to be there.
Just a giant bird appears on my phone. You have a message.
Just chirp.
Chirp, bitch.
Says in a very deep voice, just chirp.
Chirp, motherfucker.
Chirp, chirp, motherfucker.
Chirp, chirp, goddamn.
I will contact you soon, Leopold. I am sorry for what you will have to go through with this harness.
Do I want to know?
I'm sure it will tell you. For now, I will take my leave. Farewell.
Safe travels.
They usually are. As Leandros hops in his carriage and you see the Pegasi rear up and begin to fly into the sky, you feel the harness once again shift. And you feel a warmth slowly journey to your eyes. As you see in a physical form your father-in-law, as it would be, the former husband of Lavender, the Queen of Riesglad. A tall, blue-haired elf with almost the entire cosmos in his eyes. His skin color an almost off yellow. I never thought I'd actually be able to see that carriage ever again. It's most comforting to see something I know. Turns to you, Leopold. His white flowing robes almost glowing in the light. Well, why don't we go back to join the others? As you feel...
How many years has it been since we've seen each other?
Well, you actually never met your father-in-law. You've talked to him once before, in a dream. But other than that, you have never met him before. Because he was dead long before you were even born. Like,
Oh, okay. Fair point.
he was old when he died, but the United Theocracy of Durnthan has been around for well over 400 years. So, and he was the first pope. And the demon lord is the one who killed him, so...
Wait. His father-in-law is the first hope?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that explains some shit.
He was Lavender's husband.
Yeah, okay, okay, yeah.
Yep. Explains a lot, right?
Yep,
Sorry.
cogs are turning, things are happening,
Things
yeah,
are happening.
okay.
I don't-
Continue. I'm invested.
What? I don't know what cogs are turning.
So, Leopold, this is technically your first time meeting your father-in-law. Well, outside of a dreamscape, at least.
How are you here?
There are many things I should actually explain to you. So, once you put on the harness, you began feeling the pull. Correct? The glow from the harness itself, and the wish to help people.
Well, to be fair, that last one was there already.
Absolutely. Although, having the title of failed commander isn't very doesn't instill a lot of confidence in you. Now, the title of rebellion leader, that suits you much better. Although that one was added just last year, it still suits you much better. Leopold, you've been told your titles once, I believe. During the family bond ceremony with Bogren, I believe.
Yeah.
You would know that you had Merciful Friend and Failed Commander. But apparently you have been given another title. A new one that is, unbeknownst to you, of Rebellion Leader.
I guess that was only a matter of time.
This one was given to you by Lenstill. Or, sorry, not Lenstill, Chain. The God of Freedom. It's quite an honor, I will say.
Do I get a buff to something because of it?
You do not get any noticeable buffs. The titles are mostly there to show that the gods gave you an honor, essentially, or an admonishment, in the case of your failed commander title.
Ouch.
Well, anyways, why don't we go rejoin the rest of the group? There will be more I can explain later.
Alright.
I simply wish to see things through your eyes for a while.
Has he just been talking to himself this entire time?
Also, you don't have to speak so animatedly to me. I can, in fact, hear your thoughts.
Oh.
So, don't worry. You can speak to me through your mind, if you so wish. If you don't wish to, that's totally fine as well. I don't care. It's up
In
to
that
you.
case, I'm just going to think to him.
You're going to think to him?
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to think to him?
I get the feeling everyone else can't see you.
Oh, absolutely not. The only reason you can see me, and he lifts up his left hand, and you feel your you feel your own arm lift up as he lifts up his. Is this? As you see the harness begin to glow.
Oh.
That is the only reason you're able to see me. And he puts down his hand as you feel your own arm relax. So come, let's go inside and see the rest of your friends and allies. Your family, I guess? Well, not your family, but your... You know what I mean.
Leopold's just going to walk in.
Alright, so you walk in and you walk upstairs back to the antechamber where the rest of your allies are. But before you actually reach them, as you're going up the stairs, you bump into an orcish individual.
Mm-hmm.
A familiar face to you, as he was the orcishman that Burke had felled in the warehouse, who turned out to be the father of the trafficked child in the warehouse where the debtors were holed up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember this guy.
Oh, Burke. Leopold, it's good to see you.
I just hold out a hand.
He takes it and shakes it. Oh, the rest of your party here?
Yes, they are.
Oh, well, why don't I go greet them with you?
Sounds like a fun time to me. Leopold continues to walk.
Alright, and as you lead him back to the antechamber that you were all seated in, the orcish individual walks in, and Burke, you recognize him immediately. Burke! He walks up to you, hugs you, pats you on the shoulder a bit too hard, honestly.
I return with the same amount of force on his shoulder.
It's good to see you, Burke.
It's good to see you as well. How's your family been?
Well, you probably saw my wife. Still practicing her arcane arts. My son has actually started going back to the academy.
Really?
So he's not here at the moment. He'll be back next week, I believe, for the weekend.
Getting a good education, I see. Well,
Yes, well, nobles can afford it.
well, good education's nothing to sneeze at.
No, indeed not. Especially since my education was at the hilt side of a sword.
I hear ya. Haven't had too great of an education myself, but we make do, right?
We make do indeed.
So what brings you here?
Luke Sinard does the exact same thing.
Yeah.
He looks over at you, Aya. Funnily enough, I actually trained over in Luke Sinard for a while.
Really?
Yes.
Alright. Where at exactly?
Small fishing village. Nothing really great. Trained under a swordmaster there who hit me with a fishing rod every single time I missed a step.
Yeah. Sounds a lot like my master. He'd have a tendency to, when I wasn't looking, if I failed too many times in training, he'd just kind of casually trip me on the street.
Damn.
Gave me a face full of dirt, but made me realize when I was doing something wrong at least. It stuck.
Yeah. Did yours ever dump you in the ice-cold water and have you swim back to shore while 30 leagues out?
Yeah, something along those lines has definitely happened before.
Goodness gracious. And I thought Trigoth was hard.
Trigoth?
Yeah, well,
The wizard Trigoth?
Yes.
Trigoth the Green.
Yes.
He was your master?
Yes, I'm so sorry. Forgot to introduce myself. Aya Alden.
Oh shit, what was his name?
Aya, Bergen, Aya.
Oh, thank you.
Bergen, son of Torben.
Yep. Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you, Bergen.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Aya. Clasps your hand.
My full title is Aya Alden, student of Trigoth and Inquisitor of Luxenarn.
An Inquisitor, nonetheless. Oh, right. You've done well for yourself?
I mean, you know Luxenarn, so I've done very well for someone my age and my particular complexion.
You're an elf. How old are you? You look really young for an elf.
I turned 125 not long ago.
Oh, wow.
Damn. I didn't realize you were that young.
Well, I can still say whippersnapper to you.
You're not wrong.
Yes.
But yes,
Wow.
I am very, very young.
You're much younger than even it would seem the Master Gnome who lives over in the Enders sector. What was his name? It's been a while since he's visited home.
You talking about Marvin?
Yes, that was his name.
Mystical Marvin, yeah.
Yes. He's well over 200 years old, as far as I know.
He's definitely an old one. You can tell.
It's strange, because he looks a lot older than he is. Or at least as far as he's told me.
Well, he's damn good at his work, though. He actually gave me this interdimensional bag. Lets me hop in there and just spend some time in there. I can hold... Good lord, I can hold so much in here. It says I'm kind of holding up the bag.
Detonated wham.
So much detonated wham that I can add to the server. It's crazy.
Intriguing. Whoa, I just wanted to say hi to everyone. It's good to see you all.
It's good to see you as well.
Where's the shadowy bat fellow?
You mean Khan?
Yes.
Oh, he's over in Desh, kind of reclaimed his homeland, so to speak.
Desh?
Yeah, Desh.
Homeland.
Mm-hmm. Yep, homeland.
I'm gonna need to process that.
Fair enough. Take your time. It's understandable.
I'm also a little surprised. I knew they had gone to Dash, but I don't think anyone told me that They went to reclaim one of their members' homeland?
Yep. He was a, vampire who, Vampire? Was that the word? I don't know.
Half vampire, half dryad.
Yeah.
Advin has left out so much
Dryad,
information.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, he had a tendency to turn into a tree on occasion. It was pretty cool.
He could turn into a tree.
Yeah. I think he also... Didn't he keep some fruit on him or something?
I don't. Some aspect of the world tree, I don't remember.
Something along those lines.
So wait, you're telling me that he has pieces of Veltheiler? The world tree?
What's left of the world tree?
Well,
I've
yeah,
only ever seen the roots.
And it's and I suppose it's, and that's not even the weird part. The weird part is they're technically related. Cleric and the branch are technically related.
I think, wasn't he... I think his... What is that? Is it 3 generations? I don't remember exactly how many, but he's somehow, I think, related to Mother herself, actually.
Well, if he's part Dryad, yes, he would be.
If he's related to a dryad, he's related to the mother in some roundabout way.
Well,
I think it was actually rather closely, though.
The Dryads were literal children of the world tree, which was the literal child of the mother. It was planted by the mother to sew Aeidros back together. At least that's what the stories say.
Oh, also, Aya.
Someone paid attention in class.
As we've been talking, he's been using the pen you gave him to draft up something.
What's he drafting?
He is drafting that termination notice. Or like
his resignation for the
Yes, and he's already gone through like 3 pages.
Contractors Union.
And if you pick up one of the pages, one of them just reads, "Fuck you, I'm out."
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
But every time he's done that, Mod has just been like, you have to write something other than that.
You really should write something actually good.
Fine.
You know, nice.
Hey!
Hey, cleric's here.
Hey!
You woke up.
So, you called me a bunch.
Oh, I called you a shitload.
I called you once.
Oh, surprised you did. You even left me voice messages.
I called you a shitload. But anyways, yay! CL3R1C unspoken cookie.
How come one of these isn't lit up red?
Who knows?
Oh, I think you answered once.
I did?
Yes, you answered me once, and you were like, "I'm awake. And then you just fell back to sleep.
I'm so sorry.
You're all good, fam.
I'm here 2 hours late.
Hey, and there's the other one.
And there is our boy
What's
Tamaza as well.
Wait, are we in break right now?
No, we are streaming.
We're live.
We are live.
What's up? Did I just join right when we left break?
Nope, we haven't got to it yet.
We haven't gotten out.
We've only been recording for about an hour and 10.
We were a little delayed.
Hi,
Do we wanna
everybody.
take kind of a earlier break.
Why don't we go ahead and go on break right now? Actually, we'll be back in about 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll see you guys. After.
And we're back.
Ballsack movement.
Did you just say ballsack movement?
No. No, definitely. I would never.
Well, hi guys,
never
I'm back, as you're a little well aware, but can't wait for another drug-free hallucination.
Woohoo!
God damn it.
Whoa, he said it. He said the thing.
That's
Get
the
ready for a
line,
drug-free
Bart.
hallucination, guys.
Also, can I make a comment? I think it's stupid that Lego is making a Lego Horizon game. There are so many other games you could make Lego of. Why Horizon?
That is weird.
That's
very
cool.
weird.
Anyways,
Moving
D&D.
So,
Oh, I love
you
the new
guys are
strain.
still in the Eidman estate. I'm assuming everyone caught everyone else up on what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You good?
more or less.
Okay. So, after you guys finish reuniting with Bergen, and, you know, saying, hey, what up?
Yo, dude.
What do you guys want to do? You guys are free to leave the manor. You don't have a massive reason to stay here. You have the evidence and some DNA to process.
Right. Also, what time is it?
It is
That is
getting
a good
very
question.
late.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd assume we were there for quite a while.
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
dude. Yeah. This is Venti, Eldon, Connie, and Burke back? Are
Yeah,
they met up
they've
with
been back
everybody?
for a while.
Yep.
Okay.
We're all together.
I guess.
Eldon was planning on working with Connie to on the DNA and the evidence, while also still writing his resignation letter.
Well, Venti's
Meanwhile-
probably gonna look.
Meanwhile,
Venti's
Maud
probably.
is all like, no, you spelled that one wrong.
Oh my gosh! Even in character form, he's still correct.
Okay.
That's still wrong.
Okay, listen. We're gonna do this. I don't need a spell check. Sorry. I get it. I appreciate it. Stop it.
Oh, I think you spelled that word wrong.
Yeah, I think you're
Just
supposed to
walk
spell that
by.
with an S instead of an A.
Eldon is just imagining, like, flattening the tips of your fucking ears to make you have nubs instead of fucking knife ears.
Damn.
That would be incredibly.
Anyways, fellas, what shall we do? Well, it's getting pretty late. I have to go do a church service meeting. Y'all are welcome to join if you want, but I have to go and meet up with the congregation real quick.
I have children I need to go put to bed, so I will go do that.
I and Connie have some work to do on this evidence we found, and I still have to finish this stupid letter.
Right, yeah, we should
That,
probably get on that back at Ebonwood.
yes, and which reminds me, I need to send a letter to my nephew.
Look at all of us with responsibilities. I'm tired of going to bed.
Eric,
He kind of just walks out the door.
Eric places his hand on Eldon's shoulder. I can take it to your nephew if you wish.
I'll send it to you then. Thank you.
Your Majesty, do you think there's a way that you could get me into Irida the Blue's tower?
I'd be very much interested in joining that too.
It won't be hard, necessarily. Mind you, also not necessarily easy.
I didn't think it would be necessarily easy. I have to check something.
Well, follow me then.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Avin's gonna follow.
Burke will also tag along.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Eldon, as you're walking away, Eldon's like, bring me back a souvenir!
No.
Release some
Yeah.
candy?
Venti's gonna
Keep my
start
eye out for
making
anything that catches
his
my
way to the church.
I've seen horror like this only once before. Welcome to Detroit.
Welcome to
No!
Detroit.
Detroit!
Alright.
I don't know, with all this technology, it's probably going to become Detroit become human.
Oh gosh, I don't like that.
No, it's
You
worse.
begin heading towards his church. Leopold, where are you going? Are you going back to the manor with Cleric? Going
Yes.
back to... Okay. Cool. Alright. So, let's go ahead and start with the people heading over to Irid of the Blues. Old Tower. Alright. Let me go ahead and go with this one. Well, no, not that one. This one. That one works. So, as you're walking through the night,
And your phone is dead. Sitting by the corner of your eye. Spot him. Shia LaBeouf.
As you're
Also,
walking,
random thing that popped into my head. Y'all ever just miss Sevis and Sebastian for whatever reason?
kind
Con
of.
Shadows. I don't know why. I miss them. I don't know why.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail it. Go ahead.
So, as you're walking along the road in the night, the cool air filling your lungs as you can see your breath. Eric Ebnon doesn't lead you to the gate of the Kobold Castle. Instead, he leads you to a sewer. This way. He lifts the sewer grate a little bit and motions for you all to enter.
No stranger to uninvited entries. Say as I hop in.
Always fascinating. And he'll walk through as well.
And I will also.
Okay. And then, after looking around a little bit, Eric will hop in. And then, as he hops in, you hear a...
Smell check!
Go ahead and roll a spell check.
Advin's
Granted. Should it be at, like, disadvantage because it's a sewer?
I'd
Or, like,
say-
normal?
I'd say normal, yeah.
Okay.
Advin's gonna check for anything magical nearby. See if it's an illusion, maybe, or just, like, check for anything magical.
Let's see. That's a... Okay, still the same. That's a 12.
Okay. You smell the distinct smell of metal and plastic. As you hear the and you see a light pass over the grate. And Advin, you saw nothing magical.
Okay.
Is that familiar at all to me?
You recognize the noise.
Does it sound like one of Connie's drones?
Drones?
Indeed it does. Damn,
It's
things
fun
have
when
been
only
all over
Connie
the
can
city
do it.
recently.
It's fun when all the
Lovely,
Connie
so
did
they
that.
have constant eyes and ears.
Well, so we just have to be on our guard. And I'm going to then roll a stealth check, I guess, and just try to
Okay.
be sneaky with it.
Everyone roll a stealth check.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. I'm not good with this. Oh, no. 5 plus 3, 8.
Oof.
Just he's kicking up like sewage and
He accidentally trips and
16.
falls in the sewer.
oh, please don't. Let's not make it like that.
Could I turn into my form and aid him by having him ride on my back?
Sure.
Okay.
That
So
gives
roll
me
with
advantage. Okay.
I'll just say, here, hop on, and I'll kind of the tiger form.
8. I just rolled a 5, so 8 is still the number.
Well, if he's on my back, I still have I'm at
right.
25.
So, Burke passed, Advin failed, Aya passed, and King of Ebnon passed.
I am not the stealthiest wizard.
Nope.
He's good at slinging spells, not slinging shadows.
So,
Yeah.
as you are moving through the sewer, very stealthily, Burke, you notice Advin's just about to fall into the sewer, and you turn into your tiger form and kind of jump off the opposite sewer wall to catch him on your back as he was just about to fall in.
Thanks. Thanks. I hate sewers.
Yeah. It's not doing too great for my senses right now.
You mean
I kind of like swat my nose a little bit.
This is... even for a wizard of the renown, this is very demeaning.
Come on. It's not much further. You see a large intersection in front of you. It is free of any sort of sewage water. In fact, it is well kept. And you see 5 different directions. One of them seemingly extremely short. You can assume that leads into the Cobalt Tower. And the other 3 seem to stretch on the other 4 seem to stretch on for a bit.
Okay. Can I make a hearing check?
Sure.
So I believe that's also an advantage, and that won't be, dampened by the overall stink of the place. That is a 19.
Okay. So you close your tiger eyes and listen. You hear the running sewer water, the breathing of your friends and allies, and that's it.
Can I do a smell check as well?
Sure.
Okay. And I'll just roll that one straight. Alright, that's not too hot. That's an 11.
You don't smell anything out of the ordinary. The sewer kind of blocks a lot of stuff up.
Alright.
Is there a hatch leading into the Cobalt Tower?
There is, but the Cobalt Tower is the Tower of Ebnon.
Oh, okay. Not Aeidros the Blues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could Advin possibly... let me see if I have the spell prepared and...
I kind of look over to the king, just kind of with a cocked expression, I guess.
He motions for you all to follow him down the middlemost path.
Okay.
Advin's actually going to cast, where is it? Mislead.
Mislead?
Yep, mislead.
Okay.
So he himself is going to, he's going to fall back a little bit, and then kind of, an image will project in front of him while he's invisible. And he's just going to stay a couple paces behind while the image of him looks like it's in front of is kept up with the group.
Okay.
And I can see through its eyes and hear through its ears as if I were located there.
Okay. Where are you going to go instead?
I'm not going anywhere. Just in case there's any potential danger, having from behind, Avin could kind of keep a listen back, and he can warn the group as though he were there, and then we'll be able to quickly respond. He's not going anywhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. As the three of you are being led, I guess, as the 3 of you go further forward into this sewer,
It takes you like half an hour, 45 minutes to reach the ladder.
It's gonna be a nightmare to get all this out of my fur.
Again, this area doesn't have any sewage around it.
I still was foot deep in it at least, though.
That's fair.
Cast prestidigitation on Burke,
Nice.
instantly cleaning his fur and giving it a soft, gentle scent of lavender.
Ooh,
Kind of nods in appreciation at him.
very nice. The king begins leading you all up the ladder, and it goes on for a while before he opens up a hatch and starts helping you all out.
I'll have switched to my hybrid form while I'm climbing the ladder, and then switch back into the tiger as I exit.
As you're brought out of the sewer, you look up and see this long spiraling staircase going up for floors that, Burke, you have not seen in a long while. Not since you first found Irida the Blue's lifeless corpse.
Brings back memories.
Can you show me to where Irida the Blue was killed?
Absolutely. I'll warn you, her apprentice has taken over most of her studies. Although, mind you, she's not a water wizard like Irida was.
I will take the lead in scouting ahead,
Okay.
and I will be stealthy about it.
King sticks right next to you, or at least tries to. Everyone roll another stealth check.
Do I get advantage because I'm invisible?
You said you were staying behind in the...
No, he left his image.
So basically, I have to stay like 60 feet within range. Otherwise,
So you're
So
staying
I am
within 60
following the
feet
group.
of the group. Okay.
yeah. But the image appears as though I'm right there. So can I roll? Yeah. Do I have advantage because I'm invisible?
Yes, you would have advantage because you're invisible.
Sweet.
All right, I got a
I
25.
really needed that. Oh, thank the Lord! I got an 18.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, jeez. That's rough, buddy.
All right.
That's rough, buddy.
It happens.
Burke,
Yeah.
what did you get?
25.
25. Advin, what did you get?
15.
15. Alright, and King Eric also passed. Alright, 3 successes to 2 failures.
I had a total of 5.
Yeah, nat 1 counts as 2 failures on checks like this. So,
Honestly, I'm surprised I got a 5 as a wizard.
So you begin to journey up the tower, and as you're looking around, it smells different, Burke. It smells more earthy than anything else. And as you look around, you notice there's soil all over the steps. There's vegetation growing up through the stone that holds this tower together.
Do I know if earth wizards are a thing, or maybe it's a druid?
Earth wizards are definitely a thing.
Okay, I'm gonna make the assumption of that then.
As you climb the tower, and you come across 2 doors. You would remember that the left door is to the study, and you don't know what's through the right door.
Can I make I guess, like an investigation check on both of them to see if they maybe have, like, alarms or anything on them?
Sure.
I'd like to assist.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a +9 to it. Do you have fire?
If you have I only have a +2, so, I mean, if you want to do it then and I assist you, that would work fine.
I intended to check the doors as well.
Yeah, so I'll just assist you then.
Okay.
Okay. I'd say make an investigation or arcana check.
That's a 15
Uh,
investigation.
there doesn't seem to be any alarms on either of the doors.
Okay. Not finding any alarms.
Well, the one on the left over there is the... I don't know, I'm whispering. I'm speaking in people's heads. The one on the left over there is the one that we're looking for. I'm not sure what's on the other one.
Well, the one on the right is her bedchamber.
Oh, gotcha. Alright. Well, we came here for the one on the left, so let's check that.
Alright. The king slowly opens the one on the left. Very quietly. There's a slight creak that seems to echo so loud.
Visible tiger cringe.
Visible grabbing of weapons.
The king literally stops when he hears the creak. And just like a child who's trying to sneak downstairs in the middle of the night for a cookie from the cookie jar, who hears a creak on the stairs, he just stops.
Water on oiled hinges.
We got some WD-40 for real.
He finishes opening the door. No more creaks. And then
Vegetation would be good WD-40.
motions for you guys to enter through the door.
Okay.
DM, whilst we were coming over here, I've been thinking the entire time about things that could rend the soul from a powerful wizard.
Okay.
Like magical objects, kind of thinking if I've heard of any and where they might, what kingdom they might belong to.
Roll a history or arcana check.
Okay.
And as we enter the room, I'm going to make a smell check.
Okay.
God damn it, 6.
There are a lot of soul-rending items. Anywhere from the abilities of a soul dragon to the palantirs of the most powerful wizard, Daenerys Corbain. Like, it very well could be a slew of items.
Does Avin see him like struggling with like some of his thoughts?
Advin,
Like,
you could certainly...
He's been noticeably in deep
thought.
in thought.
Yeah.
Advin will walk up to him. It's like, "What you thinking about?"
With your illusion?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Been thinking about specifically whether Burke, when you found Irida the Blue, did it look like she had been stabbed to death, or did it look like she had been murdered and then her soul rent, or...
And Avin make a history check to see what could it recall, like to see if there's any specific like causes of death before the body was resurrected.
If I recall, she was just like sapped of it, wasn't she?
Advin, you were not there when they found the body.
Yeah, he was there.
Nope, Venti was.
No, I'm talking. No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about like he's thinking like when he hears Irida the Blue, he's talking about the Dash interaction.
Yeah, the Dash interaction. Okay. So Burke, as far as you remember, she was just kind of withered and...
Yeah, as if she was drained.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing I remember is that she looked drained and sort of dried up like a prune, as if she would... all the magic was just sucked out of her.
And Advin, you would remember the same. Her body was slowly decaying, and she just seemed as she didn't have any external injuries until you guys had damaged her.
Mm-hmm. There's really nothing that stood out. Like Burke put it, she was very drained, almost like it was sucked out of her. When we saw her resurrected body in Desh, and she attacked us, we barely made it out, but essentially, there was really nothing. Very decayed, very lifeless.
Yeah, it was almost more eerie that there wasn't any signs of death.
Yeah. What really concerns me, though, is beyond bearing the orange, all the other mages of color have died of mysterious deaths.
I can tell you how Trigoth died.
You personally saw how Trigoth died, and I knew how Breer the Orange. He's not dead. He's turning himself into a lich to be with his father in Dash.
Advent, I'd like you to roll an insight check on Aya as soon as you said witnessed.
Yeah. Okay. 18 plus 2, 20. Dirty 20.
God, I wish I got the magic sucked out of me.
You see guilt in Aya's eyes.
Adam's gonna, with his illusion, backwards, he's in deep thought, in his invisible thought, but the illusion itself is going to put its hand on his shoulder and kind of look into his eyes and say, "What happened?" That's not a look of a witness.
I lost control of the song, Advent. And in trying to save me from the depths of it, Trigoth died by my hands.
Evan kind of has that look of pain and loss. He could kind of remember, from the best he can remember, a very blurry image of the blood on his hands and the weeping whilst lost in the desert. And he looks towards Aya and she's just like, "I understand. We don't control. We have no conscience or control when we're in that state. And we may appear conscious, but it's not us. It wasn't your fault."
It was my last test, Advent. It was the last test. And I failed.
Aya. It's not your fault.
That
The
doesn't
song.
change the fact that it was my sword.
I know. Trust me, of all people here, I know. But understand that it wasn't you. It was the song. Its purpose was never truly fine-tuned. Its creation, chaotic. It seeks only to destroy. That's why the elves kept it hidden. That I do know. And it took...
Why I became an Inquisitor. To help people like me. So they don't have to go through what I've gone through. And I'm sorry I couldn't have found you earlier, Advent.
You were not even born when my mistakes happened. You were probably but a wee lad, still properly sucking the milk out of your mother.
Okay, we did. I don't think we needed to go into that much detail.
It's how Advent is. Just deal with it. He could have said other words. He could have put it differently, but
It's Advent.
You know what's crazy about that Advent? Can't even remember her face.
join the club. Advent actually will hug the illusionary form of Advent, which feels and looks real. Actually hugs him, but if you want to, if you can, you're more than welcome to try to tell if it is an illusion or not.
I'm fairly certain, because magic isn't a quiet thing necessarily.
Actually, this is only a schematic. He doesn't even have to verbalize anything.
It's only somatic? That's
Yep.
It's only somatic. It's only somatic.
Mislead is strictly somatic. It is killer.
So it feels normal though.
It looks and feels real. You can still feel the roughness of the scales, the cloth and everything, but it's an illusion.
And is that an investigation check?
Arcana.
Arcana?
Against his spell save DC, yeah.
I thought it was investigation for illusions.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
For illusions, it's investigation.
Yeah, for illusions, it's investigation. You're totally right.
But it would still be against the spell save DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Advent is like 16, 17?
That's
18.
a 19.
18.
Yeah.
Oh, 19. One above. Look at that. So yeah, you can tell it's an illusion.
I still accept the hug wholeheartedly because I know Advent
you
still is
just see it more.
of the form. And
I would, yeah.
in that moment, Aya just kind of needs
a hug.
The reassurance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of to kind of describe it, this is where you actually see that weird same color scheme back in the Hunter's Lamb. It's that orangey bluish color. You can kind of see that
it's just kind of off.
It looks off. It's like the edges of his silhouette gives off that color.
Mm-hmm.
You guys will hear a clearing of the king's throat as he's like, "Are you guys coming? Come on."
I'm sorry. We were having a moment here.
It's fine. It's
Advent.
We are low
I
on
need
time.
your help thinking. I need your help thinking of items that literally rend the soul out of something living.
Also, DM, I assumed that, because this just made more sense, can this be a conversation that we're having while we're approaching the door rather than actually just sitting at the door having this conversation?
Yeah.
The only time they probably would have stopped is the quick hug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd say definitely.
Can Advent make a history check or Arcana, anything to see if he would know of any spells or items that would be more along the lines of what could have led to Aeidros the Blue's death?
History or Arcana.
And since we've kind of narrowed the
well, I mean, definitely
could potentially be. Could he roll with advantage?
It definitely wasn't a soul dragon, I can tell you that.
Well, I kind of figured. It's hard for a soul dragon to kind of walk around.
Yeah.
I got a 32 for my Arcana.
Hells yeah.
There are not a lot of magical items that could probably be used to rend the soul so completely from a creature, such as it did with Aeidros the Blue.
And DM, don't I know the cause of it, right?
You know that it was, you know the cause of it. It was one of the orbs, but you guys didn't get its true name.
Okay.
Advent, as you are from before these things were ever forged, you would know from the speakings of when they were created. These are known as the Halenth Orbs of Magical Destruction.
Can you send that to me in person on that so I can remember?
I sent it in notes.
Oh, perfect. Either or is fine.
The Halenth Orbs of Magical Destruction. They are magical items that people theorize there are a lot more than are known. There are probably only about, what did I say, 4 left?
I think so.
If I remember correctly, it was somewhere around 4 left.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
In the public eye. These magical items were so powerful, they could literally eliminate all magic from the area. However, you would know something, Advin, that most people would not, as you did study the orbs when they were first created by a gnomish artificer, Andenaris Corbane. The Halinth orbs of magical destruction don't actually destroy the magic, but instead store it. It is a magical storage device that can hold within it anything that has been touched by the wave of mana itself.
And I'm one of the only few people that actually know that information.
You would be one of the only people to know this info.
Oh my goodness.
Probably only at most 6 people know this.
One of them obviously being Corbett.
Yes.
The other one being the artificer that helped.
And
But
Mark.
I'm pretty sure that guy's dead.
I wonder.
I'm pretty sure. Something's telling me, just from our previous episode, something's telling me he died. And something special happened to him. Something's telling me. Anyways, Advin's probably gonna it said, the only thing that gets me to come to mind, probably an orb of destruction.
Specifically a Halinth orb of magical destruction.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna say. It's the Halinth orb of magical destruction. It was only in theory when I was still coherent.
Well, if it's one of those things that saps all the magical energy in the room, as far as I know, that's definitely what did it.
Oh, it's very interesting. Not many people know, but it's probably why they're used to power up Soul Forge. From what Quote Colony was talking about. The reason they're inside those arcs is because the soul of a living creature has been sucked out of it.
Well, you know
That's
what I mean.
my own theory, at least. Do I blame Cleric if he had one of those things? No. I blame the user.
That's horrifying.
They are... And not everybody know this.
That is
You
terrifying that Cleric has one of those things just in him.
I mean, yeah, we
Keep this, and he's gonna look at this, and he's kind of nodding at Burke. Set up a psychic link.
Oh, okay. And I will kind of do that between the three of us specifically.
Oh,
Yes.
by the
Advin,
He doesn't even want.
Trick, yeah.
Yeah,
By the
just within the
Oh,
group.
by the way, by the way, Burke, you have been getting random texts on your watch from Eldon fucking around with it because he keeps getting spam called.
God damn.
Yeah, just kind of go
Stop.
over and just mute the thing, with a
Just
claw,
stop.
just kind of tap
Stop
on it.
reply. Stop reply. New watch who dis.
All right. So Advin's gonna say this only to Burke and Aya. These Halinth orb of magical destructions. I witnessed the blueprints and the theories that were made to make it. They are not made to destroy, but to store. When they're activated, it sucks literally every bit of magic in its area and stores it in it. That includes the soul of a living being.
My jealousy knows no bounds.
I mean, I suppose that would make sense on how Cleric operates, I guess.
on this-
Souls.
And the magical energy around. It's why when you sense no magic in that area, and you know it's from that magic was stored within it.
That's troubling.
Understand why I'm telling you this as it is here. This knowledge must be kept secret.
Definitely.
Although it goes against a lot of what I believe, it is for the betterment of the world that it's kept secret.
It's definitely a powerful artifact.
Not including us now. There is another 5 people who will know, and I can guarantee you the other one is Corbane in that 5.
I forget, is this Advent talking or Venti?
This is Advent.
Advent.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I'm trying to give more of a who kind of or a more more
Oh no, I'm asking because I
noble-ish
missed
talk.
context.
You missed context, got it. So, understand, beyond us 3, only 5 know about this, and one of them is Corbane.
I mean, wouldn't be surprised since he knows that.
He was
Knows
behind.
He does.
He was behind its creation,
That would make a lot of sense.
and the other one, an artificer, the jerkwad that helped lead to destruction of my family.
An artificer. Just nameless? No
I
identity to him?
don't remember his name. I do remember that he is the reason of the Warforged.
Are you referring to what Cleric calls father?
His father?
I try not to cause any more tension between me and Cleric. He is kind, but his kind is, or his species at least, I'm still not truly trusting of them.
Well, maybe they came from dark roots, but I know Cleric at least is perfectly fine.
That's why I said beyond Cleric he is kind. But I don't trust any of the rest. Whatever that man who he calls father, he has done unspeakable things and has led to many of the oppression, led to the oppression of many people beyond his country. He may have helped his kinsmen and his countrymen, but his creation has also been used for war.
Those who ascend to godhood rarely have a non-checkered past.
You understand why I'm keeping this secret now.
Yep.
Wholeheartedly.
Have we approached the door at this point now?
You guys would have approached the door at this point, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
and
I got a 24 for that smell check.
Sorry.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anything inside.
Actually, that was 25, sorry.
You smell like old parchment and stuff. Unusual things. You smell a lot of parchment. Scrolls and book bindings, leather, all that kind of stuff.
Smells like paper. That's about it.
Well, I mean, that's to be expected with a study.
We'll kind of trot around and kind of investigate the surroundings, I guess.
Okay.
How has it changed since last time? I mean, I'm assuming lots of earthy tones now?
Lots of plants.
Okay.
Yes, those aren't. Okay. Advent in his invisible form, can he do some perceptions or investigations to see if there's any anybody following behind, or any drones following the group?
There doesn't seem to be any drones. You probably would have heard it, as the drones that have been made seem to be a lot louder than Connie's.
Okay. So could you possibly follow one of the drones while still keeping within the range?
Again, it doesn't seem like there are any in the tower.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, in addition to those spam texts, Eldon has been sending all of you in a group chat, beside one outside of from Connie, just different ideas for coats for Connie.
And
One is a
Burke will at this
sleeveless
point
trench coat.
Burke will at this point transform into his orcish form and then kind of have actually looked at the messages and then just kind of raises an eyebrow and then just sends thumbs up on, like, reacts to an image of one of the coats.
and also one of the texts reads, P.S. What is a Nigerian prince?
God damn it.
And then you guys just get a text of like cleric holding a baby. No, just like a random baby. Just like
You might delete later.
That is. Advin's look has been updated, so he doesn't look like what's on the screen. It is in character description, so that's actually what he looks like during this adventure.
Let me go ahead
Oh, I thought-
and...
Did I not implement that one into the character screen?
You did not.
This is the new Advin, guys. Look at the new Advin. It's so good.
By the way,
so nice.
although to be fair, you did show that to me. I think you showed that to me after I had already made the character screen.
I think so.
I forgot about it.
I guess. I just kind of sent it in character descriptions, like back in October 14th was when I sent it.
That, or, and I'm gonna be honest, and this is gonna be straight from the mouth, I don't care.
Yeah, that's what he looks like, Fizz.
It's sick. It's sick. But yeah, so as you guys enter the room, I want everyone to make a perception check.
Okay, just visual, sound,
It's
sense.
visual.
Okay.
Okay, got my number.
24!
19.
26.
As you are watching the King of Ebnon, and you all step into the room, it seems like there is a motion enchantment on a lot of the candles that automatically make them light up. As you're watching the King of Ebnon, it almost seems like a shadowy aura almost steams off of him for a second. And then stops.
I instantly ignite my moonblade.
Yep, I stance up.
The illusion appears to have drawn the flame blade scimitar in his other scimitar.
Okay.
But the actual me only has the flame brand scimitar drawn.
Okay.
The notification sound for the wrists should be egg.
As he turns around and notices you all stanced up, Ruby's gonna be so mad at me. As the shadow literally peels off of him, revealing... I'd say everyone make a history check on this creature.
Charge up a firebolt.
30! I got a natural 20!
Damn!
That's a 19 on history.
I got an 18.
As you guys are looking at this creature, you get one last text. This one could be good for birthday, ?
This creature is very obviously not of this realm. As you look at it, its gray, elongated head and large, claw-like hands protruding forward as it seems to almost use them to stabilize its large, inversed kneed legs. As you look at this thing, it is a claw horror.
Ruby is gonna be so mad.
You're an ugly fucker, aren't you?
Do not say such things. I used to be beautiful.
Ugly
I'm
fucker,
sure.
ugly fucker, ugly fucker. And I stab.
I launch my firebolt.
You were one
Alvin's-
motherfucker.
And then Advin's going to have the illusion run up, and then instead, once it dispels, he immediately uses a thunder snap,
Okay.
and it takes its place.
As you all go to attack this creature, we're going to shift our focus.
I had a feeling.
Connie and Eldon.
I'm doing 3 things at once. I am trying to write a letter. I'm sending pictures on my wristwatch, and also analyzing DNA.
You're just in a coat shop.
Yeah, I'm in a coat shop. Well, no, I'm not only in a coat. Like, I somehow managed to I sent Maud to a coat shop who's sending me mental pictures.
It's just like, wait, how do you upload mental pictures to the watch? Ah, dang it. Okay.
Was Venti ever given one of these watches?
No, I believe no. He was
No,
not.
he was not. No.
He was
Okay,
not given a
I-
watch.
that's why I was asking.
Advin was.
Yep. I
I'm
believe
assuming Cleric wasn't.
Cleric has
Cleric was.
one. Cleric
It's
has
just,
one.
I think it's pre-installed. I think you just put it a part of your art.
Advin
Well, I
has
mean,
one.
Cleric is
Cleric
just-
has one.
Cleric
didn't
literally
make you an arm?
sends pictures of his children.
I
It's
could
like, oh,
actually
look at
just
him,
have
he's so-
installed that on
He's
his
so
arm.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
He sends pictures of his children doing baby stuff, and he's like, "Oh, look at them, they're so cute." And he's just walking across the floor on his all 4 legs.
Also, Cleric,
Right.
you get a text. My nephew and your kid should have a play date? Question mark.
Question mark.
Gosh, dang
And
it.
then you hear, and then it's just text, in all caps. I don't know how to turn this off. how to turn off.
You're the grandpa with the sign.
He's got a Facebook profile picture with the bifocals, and he's looking down at it, and he's not smiling. He just looks like he hasn't figured out how to turn on
I
the
didn't know how
camera
you
yet.
turn this thing on.
Funny thing is, he does wear glasses.
It's just a picture of Cleric, but it's very blurred, and it's him looking at it he's how the fuck do you?
He just accidentally
Yeah, I
sends
feel
it, tries to say truth, but accidentally misspells it and sends it as
Alright.
crut.
Let's get back to it.
Right.
So, Connie and Eldon, as you're looking at this DNA, Connie, you notice you might not have enough materials to create all the necessary lab equipment. In order
Jeez,
to.
I'm gonna have to go shopping. Okay, let's see. What all do I need?
You would need a heavy amount of glass for beakers, to create microscopes, and to create analyzers. You would need a fair amount of copper. You would need a fair amount of wiring in general. You would most likely need some of the CPUs you've been working on. You need some form of power source.
Well, first off, so kind of turning to Eldon.
How exactly did you guys analyze blood?
Well, we had a special spell. Spell. We had a special spell for a lot of things. Most of them I helped make. My sister made a machine for it, but I don't really have it anymore. If I could, I could.
The special
try.
spell just turns out to be scrying, because you can scry on people if you have a piece of
Oh
them.
no! We were trying to make an actual database for criminals. If I could recreate, I might be able to recreate the spell, but it wouldn't have anything to go off of. this would be the first entry.
That's true. Unless we can potentially just have some way of scanning people, maybe.
Well,
Or-
I have detect magic, and I still have my soul sense, but it's not really gonna work. This thing isn't living. Oh, also, how do you spell separation?
SEPARATION.
No, I'm asking this as Eldon to Connie, who's I'm still writing my letter of resignation. Letter of resignation.
SEPARATION.
Thank you. What we need.
Separation.
What we need. DM, would I know a quicker way of analyzing this DNA using the stuff we have right now? Can I roll like a?
Really?
Can I roll like?
Is there a way to? Do we have any? Is there anywhere that would have any sort of records of like what to compare it to? Maybe discern like at least what species it came from. I mean, I don't think we're gonna get. There's no way we're gonna get blood samples or records of people, but if we can at least discern the species.
The only real way, Eldon, you could think of to maybe do that is perhaps going to the guardhouse.
Well, there's one of two options. I could either A, taste it, but I can't guarantee that would work. And second, we could go to the guardhouse. If they have your people's tech, then maybe they have something to analyze this with. I should still have enough clearance. I was working with the guard before I conked out.
Damn, if only Khan were still there, because he could actually tell
Taste
the
it.
difference between creatures just from the taste of their blood.
No, I was just gonna wing it. I've tasted enough blood. It's definitely not human blood. We could try getting to the guardhouse. I mean, I mean, if that's our best bet, then we ought to try it.
Suppose so. And what if they don't let us in?
Then we let ourselves in.
If that's the case, I don't want to do that by myself or by ourselves. So, hang on a second. And are we in the manor or in Ebonwood
You are
specifically?
in Ebonwood
I assume
Manor, yes.
in my garage in there. Okay, gotcha.
Oh, also, Eldon has been fiddling around with all of your tools because he is not familiar with all of this. He finds like a laser pen and accidentally blinds himself for a second.
That one goes that way. If you turn it around, yeah.
Laser technology. We could only do that on a macro scale.
Hang on, I'll be right back, and I'm gonna run upstairs to I believe didn't Torbitha crash down for a nap?
Yeah, Torbitha's in your room.
Okay.
Just note to self. Learn how to note to self. Get my eyes checked. Second note to self. Second note to self. Figure out how to make a laser.
I'm gonna creak the door open.
Hey.
As you open the door, Connie, something immediately feels off. You feel an aching in your horns.
What?
So, this is the person you chose as your mate.
Kind of snap my head left and right, looking for the source of it.
As you look, you recognize the Luconian Enforcer armor sitting on your bed next to an unconscious Torbitha.
My eyes just kind of go wide
might want to
as I reach down to the watch and tap out something.
As you tap it out and go to send it, it gives you the notification of not sent.
Grit my teeth and glare as I pull out the bass drop and aim it at him.
Bass drum.
No real need for violence in this situation.
Get away from her now.
He stands up from the bed, and they slowly walk towards you, Connie.
I kind of walk the other way as to kind of circle around so I'm standing where she is.
Putting yourself in between me and work. Smart.
Connie, now that you get a close look at this enforcer, the yellow crystals that almost seem to be growing on their armor, you recognize it. And not just growing on their armor, seem to be powering it. As you notice the yellow eyes, the yellow core in the center. It's electrite.
So I see you figured out how to power yourself.
When did you get here?
I think that's hardly any of your business.
Wait.
About
DM, how long ago would it
About
be?
a year and a half
I know.
ago.
Year and a half.
Is the mental link between us still open, or is that only between me and Burke?
That's only when Burke is within a certain area with people and can't cast it on them. So the mental link is not there.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I could detect?
I will kind of be, if possible, kind of stamping my foot periodically on the ground to see if it kind of reverberates a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, because you'd be in the garage still. The door's probably open, but you'd still be in the garage.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe like disadvantage
perception?
check or something. Maybe.
Wait, question.
What's your
Wouldn't
passive perception, Eldon?
Cleric also be there and Leopold?
Cleric and
believe
Leopold
so.
would both be there, and they would probably hear the stamping.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming, okay, can I do a thing and I start to, like, slowly make my way up there? But, like, because, like, I'm very suspicious, and it seems like can I tell what kind of, stamps are there? Like, do they sound kind of stressed?
You do it.
They are...
I
They're
would
just
if
kind
anyone
of
knew it.
periodic thumps from upstairs, and they're kind of annoying.
A cleric in his...
They're almost discordant.
They're starting to make his children kind of get a like, you know, father's children. Yeah, and so
little
cleric is
puppy.
just gonna be like, cleric is just gonna be like, all right, well, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go check this out.
To answer your question, DM, I have a passive perception of 18.
You would probably be able to hear the stamps. And then you would notice Cleric walking. Leopold, what is your passive perception?
That is an excellent question.
This is stressing me out.
I walk out with
Passive
Cleric.
perception is 16.
16. Yeah, you'd be able to hear the stamps and see both Eldon and Cleric start walking towards the stamps.
Are these stamps in like a rhythmic pattern, like one after the other, or are they
No,
discordant?
the exact opposite.
Discordant. Yeah, so
Almost
like I'm gonna
frantic.
Cleric has noticed like the two of them, and like he kind of looks at them, is like, that ain't the sound of lovemaking.
Cleric.
I'm just
In
saying.
front of the children.
The children are in that other room, okay?
Follow me. and don't make a noise.
Roll stealth check.
Cleric kind of just like gestures to himself.
Or maybe you know
Yeah,
what, Cleric, maybe stay down here.
I'll roll for a stealth.
Stealth. Oh boy, that's not one of my better ones. First roll of the game. Please don't be a net. But 15 plus 1, 16.
Not bad.
All right, hold on a second. Let me get my dice. I completely forgot to be prepared for this.
It's all good, man. You were asleep.
Ooh. That is a 19 for a 21.
Very nice. Leopold, what did you get on your stealth check if you're going upstairs?
19.
19. Nice. Some good rolls.
Damn. Okay.
All right.
I gotta say,
Yo, me and my 1,000-pound body is just kind of just creaking up the stairs.
You just step on your tippy toes, and your toes have like little, just like.
No, like I use like the steam that comes out of my body naturally as like a way to like cushion my feet.
You steam souls.
Yeah.
People used to call me Hotfoot.
As they're walking upstairs.
Slay me, Hotman.
Slay me out.
You are him.
Yeah, back in school they used to call me that.
You are Connie Romave.
What's it to you?
Everything. You're the reason. It's all gone.
What's all gone? Speak plainly.
The blue light.
Yeah, I assume that's how you got here.
If only. You see, you and Professor Garance were studying the blue light. Garance is dead now. He left behind evidence of you and him doing experiments and terrible calculations. But around 6 years ago, was the last time you were seen, Connie Romave.
Are we by the door by this point?
No.
You're just
It
going
wasn't exactly my choice.
You see, when you left, there was a small tear left behind. And out of that tear came this.
As the enforcer points towards their electrite core.
And with this came the greatest technological revolution in Luconian history. But with the tear also came the monsters.
What monsters?
Winged beasts. Large, scaled, seemingly able to breathe the very electricity that powered everything around us.
You're speaking of dragons, I assume.
Creatures that could not only fly, but burrow like the tails of our ancestors.
Ancestors. God, it is really not picking up me with the weird voice.
I'm following it.
You are the reason. You're the reason. Everything is gone. Everything is destroyed. The entirety of New York gone.
How are you blaming this on me?
New York.
This wasn't my choice. I was dragged here against my will. God damn it!
You were complacent in the research. You were studying something you could not fully understand.
With what more reason to study it? To understand? That's what we've always been taught. That's what I learned back at GIST. To learn to study things I don't understand.
Around this time, you would all be hearing the conversation.
Cleric is gonna ready his shield.
Connie will leave.
Eldon's got a hand on his gun.
The last Luconian enforcer. I'm here to carry out your sentence.
And in that moment, Claire's going to basically kick down the door.
I think we all just... I pull out with a gun.
Yeah. Can I like basically? Can I try and kick the door off its hinges?
Yeah,
The door's
It's not hard.
closed.
It's not hard to kick down the
Right.
door.
I am a heavy lad, so.
I mean, the door, I don't think he's even locked, to be honest, but...
It's not even closed, I don't think.
No, it was.
I don't...
It's not
assume
even
it-
fully closed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cleric's gonna, whatever, man. Cleric's gonna. I'm trying being badass. Cleric's gonna kick open the door, and he's gonna use his the charge thing on his shield.
Eldon walks in the door with the gun drawn. Basically, here's a sentence. No fucking way.
As you use your booster shield and you propel yourself forward, aiming directly at this Luconian enforcer, you phase right through them. And go right through the fucking wall.
Jeez.
Wait, no. I'm pretty sure whenever I hit it, I immediately stop.
You do.
Whenever I hit in front of me.
He's not there.
No, I know, but I hit the wall.
But you still make a massive fucking hole in it.
Or at least a dent.
Well, I mean, at least I'm making a statement.
Cleric, we just got that wall refurbished.
The Luconian enforcer points at you, Connie.
You, Connie Romave, are hereby sentenced to death. Under orders of the Luconian Council.
What's this guy talking about?
I will see you when I see you. If Ruby doesn't deal with all of you first.
Here, get back to me later. I have someone to attend to.
I crouch down in and check on Torbitha.
She's totally fine.
Okay.
She is still asleep, though, which you find odd. She was most likely drugged.
Oi! I'm not done talking to you. Is he blue skin like Connie?
You can't see his skin.
I'm assuming is he already gone, or
the hologram disappears.
Hey! Cleric, you ruined my good line.
I would suggest checking around. He might still be around. Someone had to have come in here at least. Or maybe a drone or something.
Can I use my passive investigation?
yeah. Can I roll up? Can I do a perception?
Sure.
Cool. Thank you.
Every time I come in with the cool entrance, somebody either kills the guy first or ruins the floor plan. Which, by the way, you're paying for.
Cleric just kind of looks over and just shrugs. Like, yeah, alright.
Am I rolling investigation, or am I using my passive?
Roll investigation.
So, that is a... That's a 33?
Not great. 3 plus 8.
Okay.
Or 8 plus...
investigation, right? Not perception?
I was doing investigation.
So, Ellen was doing...
Cleric.
Cleric is listening for anything, I believe.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen to, like, to hear if I can, like, hear any drones or something, because that's what Connie told me to listen for. So I'm just kind of listening around to see if I can perceive anything around.
You don't hear anything.
3
Eldon,
plus 8.
you can't really find any markings of forced entry or how the hologram might have ended up there. You do notice that the past 5 messages you've sent have not gone out.
Most likely rigged some sort of field of interference of some kind.
Jamming device.
Most likely. And while you guys are having this conversation, and Cleric is like saying most likely, he's gonna come over and. Is there a way to like get her out of the drug state?
If you
Can I like use like?
If you have minor or not minor fucking
Lesser restoration.
lesser restoration, it should be.
Kinda.
I do in fact have lesser restoration, so I'm gonna use my spell to get her out of her drug state.
Kind of like shaking her.
Tori.
And I'm like, I got this. And like, I'm gonna basically place one of my hands on her forehead, and kind of like you see like. So I still have the marking on my chest, correct?
Yes, you do.
So now you kind of see it kind of glow a little bit in my hand, kind of like instead of on like my palm, you see like through the cracks of my palm, a light kind of shines as I cast it.
As you cast it, the light surges through Torbitha's body, and her eyes just kind of flutter open. What's all the noise?
I kind of slump back in almost like an exhausted state.
Gonna be honest, you were drugged.
Oh.
Not the first time.
You see like this very concerned look on Clarence's face.
Connie just kind of ignores it and embraces her.
She gives Connie just as big of a hug.
Oh, you're not. Okay.
I'm fine.
He's better now.
DM, can I go investigating the house for the so-called jamming device?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Cleric, after healing her, is also gonna tag along.
16 plus 8.
Okay.
Which is...
So that's 24.
Can I roll to see if I can, like, hear anything while walking with him? Like beeps, anything that could indicate something jamming the signal.
I'm gonna say no.
Alright, that's cool.
But you can definitely assist him in any way that he would need. In any way that he would need.
Alright, well, I'll give you an advantage on the investigation then.
So you can roll again if you want, but you've rolled a 24. Like, that's pretty high.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're good. Never mind. Forget it.
As you're walking around and looking, you notice certain things here and there. You see little scrapes behind one of the books, beside one of the bookshelves, and you can determine that someone most likely moved it.
Cleric, could you give me a hand?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Cleric, with ease, you slide the bookshelf a little bit.
Like, I just imagine, like, I'm like,
But
1, 2,
You're like,
3,
and then Cleric just come over with one hand and just.
He just like leans against it.
But Cleric, as you move the bookshelf, I need you to make the most important Constitution save of your life.
Oh no.
Oh,
no.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all should have checked for traps!
You should not have. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Is the 20 natural?
Yes.
Yeah!
You'll still take
I'm gonna
half
pass
damage.
Yep. So
At the very least, you probably won't die.
But mind
Yeah,
you, you won't take the full damage of the 20 d20s.
Oh my jeez! Good lord, why are you reading some of Admin's books? What have you been up to?
Oh no.
Say hello to an EMP pulse, bitch.
Yeah. EM pain in the ass.
You all right? What happened?
One
Well,
sec.
we don't know yet. I could be dead.
Oh.
Give me one sec. No, not that.
Just so
God
that
damn it.
everyone's aware, the maximum damage that attack does is 400 damage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
rather than the 232 damage you would have taken,
Whew.
you only take 116.
And at full health,
Thank God! Oh,
Yeah.
thank God! Oh, thank God!
Yeah.
But cleric, how much HP do you have?
62.
Okay.
That's a solid amount remaining.
That is a very solid amount remaining. But as you are hit with this pulse, your eyes go fuzzy, your legs buckle, and you fall to your knees. And you are stunned.
Does this make any kind of sound or something?
It is a very loud...
Which means my wife is probably running up too.
Yow! Yeah.
As-
Is Torbitha in a state to move?
Not really. She's still kind of
Okay.
groggy.
I'll kind of lean her up against the bed and kiss her on the forehead. I'll be right back. And kind of rush downstairs, bringing out the bass drop once again and running
Okay.
over to where I heard the
And
sound.
we say that this knocked me unconscious, so I'm like sitting there like on my knees, but let's say like I like from my knees up, I'm like sitting like straight up.
Absolutely.
And my eyes, like my lights are out.
Absolutely.
So on all intents and purposes, to everybody, I'm dead.
Yeah, he looks gone, Eldon.
Swear we need better security in this place. What happened?
And
Can I check
as
his-
you're running downstairs and you go into the library, you see Cleric unconscious. At least.
Not another one.
Can I? What's the best way I can make can I make it like a?
Then my fucking wife just comes running in too.
I'd say a medicine check, but this isn't medicine.
Can I make some kind of I guess I don't know, there's not like robotics check or anything, but with the knowledge that I have of his kind through the book that I was given, could I make some kind of like investigation, or I guess just basically like a like an arcana maybe?
Yeah, go ahead and make an arcana with your proficiency mod because you've been studying Soulforged.
Yeah. All right. That is a 27.
27. Very good. He is simply unconscious. He seems to still have plenty of life about him. He is just shut down for a matter of time.
Okay. Do I have any way of? Is there a way of jump starting him or anything, or do I know if that would would that injure him or anything?
You could probably just jump start him real quick.
All right. I'll pull out the hammer and kind of place it onto his chest and say, "Clear," and then zap him.
All right. As you zap him, roll the damage for shocking grasp
All right.
because it is still shocking grasp.
Yeah. Well, I forget. What is the damage for shocking grasp at this level? What is it? I think it's like a. Is it
3d8 right now?
You guys are past level 11, so it would have gone up by 2.
Yeah, it's 3. Yeah, 3d8. Okay.
So
Let's see.
after the damage is taken,
Which will be that is 11 damage.
Okay.
As Cleric, you were jump-started. You don't wake up immediately. Or at least not to you. To you, it feels like an eternity. What would they do without you? What would they do without you, Cleric? You hear your children crying. Agatha weeping. Your arm begins to hurt. What would they do without you? You see your father, tears streaming down his face. What would they do without you? As light comes into your eyes once more.
Cleric. Cleric.
It's kind of shaking him a little bit.
Cleric stands up.
You okay?
And he's gonna hold on a second.
Agatha runs into the library. What the bloody hell happened?
He's gonna cast Greater Restoration on himself. I'm shaking.
So
Okay.
Greater Restoration, what it does is it can remove a disease.
Okay.
It doesn't.
All right.
heal
Well,
you.
then I'm gonna. Wow, then which one is the one that does a lot?
You can cast a really high level Cure Wounds if you want, or you can cast heals a 7th level, huh?
Yeah. A lot of them are just kind of casting ones. The other ones are they just disperse the healing a lot. So
Yeah.
probably just upcast Cure Wounds.
Oh, by the way, DM, while they are doing that, and I know Cleric is alive, is there any
I'm
remnant
gonna cast Cure Moderate Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Is there any remnant of the device that did
Because
this?
I'm pretty sure that's better than
It's just a 2nd level Cure Wounds.
Oh, then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 5th level.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm trying to calculate that right now, so you can do.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind you're a life domain cleric.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna heal myself extra afterwards.
So, Eldon,
Uh-huh.
there's almost nothing of this device left.
Can I help him with like an investigation check?
Sure.
I'll roll an investigation, so you're giving me the help action?
Yep.
Alright. Okay, 14 plus 8. Which is the higher.
As you look at the broken device sitting there behind the bookshelf, you see a small yellow crystal still crackling with arcane electrical energy.
Of course. I make sure to turn my gloves into rubber gloves, because I'm pretty sure Eldon's smart enough to know that rubber is non-conductive.
Yeah,
And he picks up the small little crystal.
it is
Of
electrite.
Of course.
And as you look at the crystal, kind of twirl it in your hands a little bit, you begin to smell smoke. Burning wood.
Out.
Fire.
Out! Everyone out!
And I will rush back upstairs to where Torbitha is.
As
I'm
you
gonna
rush into your room, Torbitha's eyes are red as you see the room is filled with smoke. And Torbitha's already getting dressed and running out of the room.
Okay.
She full-on went into a rage.
Okay, I will rush over to her, and I will out of my side pocket pull out these small, I guess what is it, like small cylindrical white objects, and throw them at her feet as they gravitate to each side of her ankles and attach. As then I do the same to myself and open the window and gesture for her to follow me as I jump out and start flying.
I mean, you could just jump out the hole, yeah.
Or hole, yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
jump out the hole then. Okay, if it's a big enough hole for people, then yeah, do that.
They very specifically use the window.
Very specific.
The wall!
As you rush out, Cleric, Agatha's
Leopold.
holding your kids as she rushes you out of the house as well.
As I heal myself up, which is almost 100 that I heal.
Nice.
Leopold, get Cleric out of here. I gotta figure out what started the fire.
30 plus 26, 50, 60. Yeah, so I healed myself like 60-something health points.
Nice.
So, and in that process after healing, I'm just gonna pick up my wife that's holding the children, and I'm gonna bring her outside. Not saying a single word.
Eldon turns to Leopold. Leopold, keep them outside. Keep them outside, and keep them away from the building. I've gotta figure out what caused the fire.
Alright, after we're outside, Cleric is gonna set his wife down. And where was the direction that, all the problems, like where we were, like the area where everything was kind of blocked off? Or where everything was kind of taken over?
You mean like where were you guys when you first encountered the Pearl Guard?
Mm-hmm.
You were over at the castle barracks for the Cobalt Tower.
Clark is going to head in that direction.
Okay.
I'm going to take the bass drop and kind of hold it up to my face as we're flying out, and in a sort of echoing shock wave, like a echoing sound wave, I'll yell, "Fire!" as it, just kind of echoes throughout, so it's very obvious that there is a fire here. Just sort of outwards towards the street.
Connie yells this out as the people who were sleeping in their beds awaken to see Ebonwood Manor burning. As Cleric begins to walk his way back to the Cobalt Tower, Eldon searches for a source of this fire.
And this is the first appearance of his fate battle mask.
As Aya, Advin, and Burke assault this unknown claw horror. That's where we're gonna end the episode.
What a cliffhanger! What?
Holy shit.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us on tonight's episode of the Nightmen campaign. It's so good to be back. Episode 63. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us. And Lemmy, if you would please take us out.
You cut out right there.
Lemmy, if you would please take us out.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Always, don't smoke cigarettes. Don't do a drug. Don't hurt a drug. Don't drug a do. And always remember that the hat
works in mysterious ways.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.